You want to work for a company that is evolved around agriculture? Try Cargill. Hi, I'm Logan, and today we're going to be talking about Cargill. And for someone like you who wants to be working for a company that's evolved around agriculture, I'm going to tell you why maybe you should work for Cargill. So there's three things we're going to talk about today. First thing is going to be a little history about them. Secondly, it's going to be kind of like what they do and like what's their products and whatnots. And lastly, the three values that they hold true for their company. So first, based off the history, Cargill's been around for over 150 years. So that's kind of why they're so big, because they've been around for so long. It actually started up in 1865 by a man named William Wallace Cargill of a grain warehouse in Iowa. 5 years later, they actually put the first headquarters in Minnesota, which they still have their main headquarters in Minnesota today. By 1930, Cargill got its presented name that they have today. They started up. That was when they put it on, and they started their global expansion. So that's when they kind of started taking the leap of faith and just going out there and expanding. Which from 1930 on to now, to today's date, that's just what they've been doing. So expanding out. It wasn't until about 1999 when Cargill started to focus on three main things: their customers, their innovations, and their performance. Which, in a few years later, in 2003, that's when Cargill introduced Truvia, which is their natural sweetener, and that was just kind of a big hit for their company. And of course, by 2015, Cargill's been 150 years old, so it's been around for a very long time. From an article I found that was published in August of 2020, it was a fact I found, and it was a very interesting one. Cargill has been Forbes' top private company for over 28 years, since 1990. And that was written by a guy named Walton. And that was an interesting fact because they're still the top private company in today's day. So, talking about that, because they're such a successful company, it was because of their products and what they did. So, what kind of products does Cargill make? So, Cargill is involved with lots of projects, and especially agriculture ones. Cargill has four main operating divisions, which are agriculture, animal nutrition and protein, food, financial, and industrial services. So first off, for their agricultural side, Cargill produces grains, their oil seeds, and other agriculture commodities, and they're also the marketing and the distributors of it. So they take it from the farmers and they handle it for them. So it's kind of a nice thing for farmers. And then of course, Cargill is the ones who also produce the food for our animals, including house pets and livestock animals. They're the ones who manufacture it and get it out there for us. And then they also do the same for food that we eat as well, and also our beverages for the ingredients part. They manufacture it and then they also ship it out to the retailers to sell it. So they do a very big part in our food source in this world. So top 5 companies that Cargill owns. The first one is their Cargill Cotton. It's not known in the United States, but outside of the United States, they have quite a few cotton facilities. They do have a warehouse in the United States, but it's not too big here. And then also they have ocean transportation. That's the biggest one, one of the bigger ones too, because it does lots of transportation over the seas. They actually do they ship over 700 different ports around the world. And that was from the same article I found earlier, written by Walton. Cargill also does deals with cocoa and chocolate, which everyone loves that delicious treat. And they produce that for Europe, North America, and Brazil. They're also known for, lastly, their diamond crystal salt, which is kind of cool. They're actually the #1 producers of that in the United States. So for a company that's so big and so spread out, they need something to stand for their organization, which is why they have 3 key values that hold true to them. So the 3 key values that hold true to them, which I found on their website, and it was labeled in the category of Life at Cargill, it was to put people first, reach higher, and also do the right thing. So, looking at this little diagram that they have, if you look what I just listed off, those are the three things that they hold true to them, and all three of these kind of expand out to all their other what else they need to get done and whatnots. So for down here, the people first, that's obviously one of their categorized values. It's holds down here too. So it's kind of cool how they spin off of all three in the end. They kind of work in one big circle and they work together. So, in conclusion, this world would be very different if we did not have Cargill. The world would be very different indeed. And that's why it's an important company for agriculture. So, if you're looking for some company to submit your application to, try Cargill, because you can help impact the world. Thank you.